You know, now that I think about it, didn't you tell Eric that you were afraid you wouldn't be able to drive a car in Los Angeles?
Just because I'm old doesn't mean I can't hold my own on the freeway. Besides, I wanted to get you back here as quickly as possible.
Well, you're the one that volunteered to fly back here with me, Mother.
I was afraid you might not leave Chicago otherwise.
Well, I'm sorry that my visit was so unpleasant. If I'd known I wasn't going to be welcome, I would have gone someplace else.
I never said you weren't welcome. But the week you were there, all you did was mope around the condo.
I did not mope.
Well, you certainly weren't yourself. And I know why.
Let's not go through this again.
Eric
okay?
finally threw you out, didn't he? You did something so utterly unforgivable.
Look, you don't know what you're talking about, Mother.
Fine. Then suppose you tell me why you've been in hiding from your husband and your children all this time.
I have not been hiding. Mother, this is between my family and me, okay?
So you keep saying. But what are you waiting for? Time to face the firing squad. Though, just know, if Eric doesn't shoot you, and you show up at my door again, I might.
I'd expect nothing less.
We can't sit out here all night, Stephanie.
You don't understand, Mother, and you never will.
I understand that anger of yours. I told you it'd get the best of you one day. And obviously it has. Still, if Eric could forgive you for lying about me being dead all those years, surely he can forgive you for whatever you did this time.
Mother, would you just leave the suitcase? Eric could have brought it in.
I am perfectly capable of handling a suitcase, Stephanie. Besides, the sooner you're inside, the sooner I'm on my way back to the airport.
You're not coming in?
And risk missing my flight? I guess this is goodbye. You'll remember to tell Eric to send me an invitation to his next show. And to send that lovely jet.
Mother. Thank you for putting up with me.
I have to go.
What do we do?
We don't do anything. You go out on the terrace, and you don't say a word.
What did you do? Change the locks? And buy a guard dog as well, I suppose?
You don't want me to answer that.
You look good.
A lot's happened since you were away.
With the company, yes, I know. And, I'm very happy for you.
It's back where it belongs. Thanks to
Maroney caved, and so easily. But you had him on the ropes, didn't you? It's just funny that he caved so quickly. I mean, it's so hard to believe.
Maybe it was so hard for you to believe is that I accomplished it all on my own. Didn't think I had it in me, did you?
Obviously, I was wrong. About a lot of things. I left a letter. Did you find it?
Yes, I did. You couldn't face your family, could you? You scribbled a few I'm sorry's on a piece of paper and you took off for parts unknown, waiting until things cooled off.
I'm sure that's how it must seem to you. I knew you would be very, very angry, and actually I didn't want to see the disappointment that I see at this moment in your eyes.
Disappointment doesn't come even close to what I'm feeling about what you did.
It was a terrible tragedy, a terrible mistake, and you have no idea how sorry I am.
No, a mistake is what happens when you balance your checkbook incorrectly. Setting off a chain of events where someone ends up being violated, that's contemptible.
How could I possibly have had any idea that something like that was going to happen? Eric, please. Look, it was an unforgivable mistake in judgment on my part. You're absolutely right. And it was caused because of my feelings for Brooke. That's not an excuse. That's the reality of the situation, and I'm so sorry about it. And Look, I need you to try and understand that. And I'm asking you to forgive me, which I know I have done many, 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 many times.
And that's what I've done many, many times, isn't it? Forgive you. Every time. It's because I wanted to believe that you would change. I needed to believe that you would change for our marriage and for our children, for our family. But even after what happened this year with your mother, reliving everything that happened in your past, I thought that was going to be a real turning point for you. And yet, once again,
Eric,
here
please,
you go.
look. I've done a lot of soul searching. Believe me, I have these past few weeks. And I look into myself and I don't know if I can change, Eric. Maybe this is just who I am. I don't know. The only thing that I know is that you have been my whole world, you and our children. And I know what a good man you are. I don't know, maybe I don't deserve you. Maybe somebody else would make you happier. But please believe me when I tell you I will do anything in this world in order to make this right. If you want to go to therapy, we can go together. If you want me to go alone, I'll go every day. Please don't let this be the end of us. Eric, I want to make this right. How could I possibly have known what that man would do to Brooke? Do you think that
No, you
I
need
want
to stop this.
Look, all I wanted to do was protect my grandchildren.
Well, what do you know? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Sometimes it is, you know. Look, the road I've been on has been paved with obsession and hatred. I've been on it a long time. I don't want that anymore. I don't want this to cost me a life without you and our children. That would be hell for me.
If you came back here looking for sympathy, you've knocked on the wrong door. You're not going to find very many others open to you either.
Eric, you don't think that you don't think I wanted her to be raped.
You didn't care what might happen.
Do you think that I haven't asked myself how I could have let that happen? How I could have been so lost in my own hate?
It's who you are. Years ago, you were a warm, loving woman, completely devoted to your family. But your children grew up, and you couldn't let them live their own lives, especially Rich. No woman was good enough for him, and certainly not a woman who brought to him such love and fulfillment as Brooke did. And so she was a threat to you. But really, you were jealous. You wanted Rich and the children for yourself. Because the truth of the matter is, the real love of your life is Rich. And no amount of soul searching is going to change that.